Mama June opens up about family rift and strained ties with daughters. It's very hard on all of us. Mama June Shannon admitted that she and her daughters are keeping the peace by staying distant from each other. Tension has lingered in the family, which led to her breaking down in an emotional scene. She shared details about her family life on social media, as fans had been spreading rumors regarding the drama over the last few years. Family Crisis Season 7 revealed Jessica's secret engagement to her longtime girlfriend, Cheyenne. She didn't want anyone to know about it because she promised her that they will keep it between them. She planned a romantic cruise proposal for her, which surprised her. Amidst Pumpkin's turmoil with divorce and Alana's birthday excitement, June was somehow struck to understand each of their situations. What did June say in her painful update? Mama June. Pumpkin reveals how she and Darren met. Pumpkin effort turned the camera on herself in Family Crisis to finally break the ice how she ended up with Darren. She narrated the real story of how they started dating after a brief reconnection on social media. Her new romantic life has shocked her family members and her fans because the man is Josh's cousin. Pumpkin shared that she and Darren first met during their school days. As he messaged her on social media, she couldn't stop talking to him. Moreover, he impressed the reality star with a no criminal record. After her mom's past had men with serious criminal histories, she became more interested in clean guys. But Darren is very nice to her, which is the most important thing for her to plan their future. Mama June says she barely sees her kids anymore. Mama June shared a car selfie in 2020 on her Instagram to update fans on her current tragic home ordeal. She dealt with her 3 daughters who have distanced themselves from their mom. Due to her March 2019 arrest on drug possession with her boyfriend Doak, her girls have almost cut their ties with her. June captioned the post with her trauma she got from her daughters. She wrote that while she isn't perfect, she found herself struggling daily. Some days she feels like disappearing so they can find her. Even though me and kids aren't still seeing each other and it's very hard, she added. But June expected that someday her kids would understand her, knowing how much their 45-year-old mom misses them every day. During her arrest, Pumpkin had Alana's legal custody, who was then just a minor of 14-year-old. Upon wishing Alana a happy birthday in a sweet post, Pumpkin confessed to going through ups and downs with her. While June eventually pleaded guilty to her drug case, she is left with people and loved ones bashing her all the time. In recent times, things have been easy for her because she has almost cleared her image. Her daughters stay with her in her house along with their stepdad, Justin. Even Anna's eldest daughter, Caitlin, is now under June's care. Keep coming back to TV season and spoilers for all latest Mama June updates. In a rare, emotionally charged moment that has sent shockwaves through fans of the Mama June franchise, June Shannon has finally broken her silence about the painful rift that continues to divide her from her daughters. The past few years have been a roller coaster of heartbreaking losses, betrayals, rebuilding attempts, and long-standing resentments, but June's latest revelation exposes just how deep the fractures truly run. With her voice cracking under the weight of years of turmoil, June admitted that her relationships with her daughters remain strained and fragile, calling the situation very hard on all of us, a confession that has stirred both sympathy and outrage across the reality TV world. Behind the scenes, the Shannon family has been struggling with emotional wounds far more complex than viewers realize. Though the show portrays glimpses of their journey, the full picture is drenched in heartbreak, miscommunication, distrust, and lingering pain. For June, whose tumultuous past has repeatedly shaken her family's stability, coming forward to speak about the rift marks a significant emotional step, but it also reveals how uncertain the road to healing truly is. June has spent years trying to repair the damage caused by her addiction struggles, financial missteps, and personal decisions that created chaos for her daughters. Her actions during some of the darkest chapters of her life pushed her children into survival mode. Pumpkin took on the role of protector, mother, and guardian long before she should have had to. Alana found herself uprooted, thrust into emotional confusion as her childhood spiraled into unpredictable change. Jessica fought to carve out her identity amid the turmoil. And Anna, before her passing, carried years of hurt that often went unspoken but never faded. The fractures did not disappear when June got sober. Sobriety opened the door for healing, but it did not erase the years of consequences her daughters had to carry. And now, with the emotional aftermath of Anna's death still consuming the family, the wounds have deepened. In the midst of grief, resentment, exhaustion, and raw vulnerability, June has once again found herself on the outside looking in. In her recent confession, June described the challenge of navigating strained communication with daughters who are still processing their pain. She admitted that rebuilding trust is a slow and delicate process, one she cannot rush no matter how desperately she wants her family back. For the daughters, the trauma runs deeper than apologies or promises. Their struggles include childhood memories stained by instability, complex emotions tied to June's past partners, financial fallout that affected their futures, and heartbreak that resurfaced every time June slipped further from the mother they once depended on. But perhaps the hardest emotional weight the family carries is the aftermath of Anna's passing. Losing her daughter to cancer shattered June in ways she struggles to express, and the grief has seeped into every corner of her life. For her remaining daughters, the loss is equally incomprehensible, reopening old wounds and creating new heartbreak. The years before Anna's death were filled with attempts at reconciliation, relapses into estrangement, moments of hope and moments of despair. Now the grief has left everyone emotionally drained, making it harder than ever to mend what has been broken. June shared how the family rift has impacted her daily life. She described quiet moments that feel unbearably empty, holidays that feel fractured, and celebrations where something, or someone, is missing. Though she is no stranger to public criticism, she confessed that the silence from her daughters cuts deeper than any online remark. The emotional toll has left her feeling powerless at times, yet she insists she remains committed to doing the work required to regain true connection with her children. The strain has been especially heavy. She has long been the family's anchor, taking responsibility for both her own children and Alana when June could not. The years of stepping into motherhood under chaotic circumstances forced Pumpkin to mature at a relentless pace, creating resentment that still lingers. Even now, balancing her own life as a mother of 4, navigating a separation from Josh, and managing the emotional scars of her upbringing, Pumpkin struggles to find the bandwidth to navigate complicated conversations with June. She wants peace, but peace is difficult when the past echoes loudly through every interaction. Alana's relationship with June is equally fragile. As the most publicly recognized of the sisters, she carried the weight of fame, childhood attention, and family dysfunction all at once. Her final high school years were overshadowed by emotional instability rooted in her fractured relationship with her mother. Though she has made strides toward independence and healing, her bond with June remains delicate. Alana has expressed a desire for closeness, but the fear of being let down again makes her cautious. The loss of Anna only heightened her emotional barriers, making it harder to navigate the complicated, tangled love she still carries for her mother. Jessica, often the quieter member of the family, also struggles with unresolved hurt. She has spent years wrestling with insecurity, personal uncertainty, and a lingering sense of being overlooked amid the chaos. Her bond with June is far from irreparable, but it requires patience. Patience that is often strained by her own internal battles and the emotional weight the family carries. The emotional cracks in the family have become more visible as fans watch their journey unfold season after season. Moments where the sisters try to support one another are often underscored by unspoken tension. Scenes where June attempts to express her love are shadowed by memories the daughters cannot easily forget. And moments of progress are repeatedly threatened by external stressors. Court battles, financial issues, personal drama, public scrutiny, and the never-ending pressure of living under a spotlight. June described how hard it is to face the reality that the healing she hoped would happen overnight is instead taking years. She admitted that she sometimes feels isolated within her own family, longing for affection that is no longer freely given. She spoke about the emotional weight of trying to show her daughters that she has changed, only to be reminded that change does not erase history. She expressed a desire for forgiveness but acknowledged she cannot demand it. For June, the pain comes not only from missing her daughters, but from knowing she played a role in the distance that now exists between them. But despite the heartbreak, June insists she remains committed to rebuilding her family. She hopes that time, consistency, and patience will allow her daughters to see her growth. She hopes that working through grief together will open the door for deeper conversations. She hopes that watching her grandchildren grow will inspire healing. She hopes that one day the family will sit together without tension, without fear of emotional landmines, and without the constant reminder of what they've been through. For the daughters, healing will require space, honesty, boundaries, and acceptance. They are not the same girls June once raised. They are women shaped by trauma, resilience, independence, and a fierce desire to protect their own families from repeating the past. Their love for June is still there, hidden beneath layers of pain and guarded by the walls they built for survival. But love mixed with hurt is the most complicated kind, and the path to reconciliation is uncertain. Fans have reacted with a storm of emotions to June's confession. Many sympathize with her, acknowledging the difficulty of repairing a family after years of dysfunction. Others feel protective of the daughters, insisting that their boundaries are justified and necessary. Discussions have erupted online about accountability, forgiveness, generational trauma, and the complexity of rebuilding trust. One thing everyone agrees on is that the Shannon family has endured more emotional turmoil than most reality TV families combined. Their story has never been one of glamour or simplicity. It has been a chronicle of real, raw humanity, magnified through fame and burdened by the weight of their past. The rift between June and her daughters is not a storyline. It is a living, ongoing reality that impacts them every single day. As the family continues to navigate the aftermath of Anna's death, the emotional distance between them and June's ongoing efforts to rebuild trust, fans can only hope they find their way toward deeper healing. The journey is far from over. There will be setbacks, breakthroughs, moments of silence, and emotional confrontations. But there is also love, complicated, painful, unconditional love that holds the possibility of transformation.